Peace and blessings, my Afrocentric home decor and style channel. And this is Lisa Marie Goodson. So today we're going to talk about a couple of things. We're going to talk about first, uh, you heard the title, Our Painful Past, but we're not going to talk about that first. I want to talk about my sacred space in a tray. So today the star is the lemon water. Gotta have lemon water. I'm getting ready for a fast, and so I kind of like start releasing before I actually go on an out and out water fast or juice fast. So anyway, water essential. You should always have your lemon water. And my beautiful roses, I just moved them. So a lot of times, y'all, sometimes I get stuck in decorating in this idea that everything has to be kind of the idea of balance, right? And so I'll make it like I would normally put the roses in the front and then put the jar and then the glass on the other side. I wouldn't have put this coaster near here. It would have to be one side or the other. So I'm changing the idea of how things should be placed. Because if it's placed one way or the average way, we get bored. And it's not actually, it doesn't really imitate nature. Nature, like trees, they bend and all kinds of wonderful things. So it's helpful to bend in your, excuse my finger, it's helpful to bend in your decorating style or the way you would place things even more. Some way where you could say, am I open to it being, doesn't have to be the same on both sides. So that's what I have here. I had the flowers in the middle. I moved them to the end because I really wanted to get up this morning, and I put my water here every morning. And I have my fan because I just needed my fan in that beautiful yellow. I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. And then I have my journal because this is my project today, is to work on some things, just some inner things. And so this is a beautiful journal, African fabric wrapped around the journal. Very simple, but very nice. And I got my pen in there right there, so I'm going to write. So this is my kind of writing station today. So that's my sacred space. And also, I am doing laundry, something you probably never see me do. So what I do is take everything out the basket. So here's the basket, and I fold everything, and then I put them back in that white basket, and I go around the house and drop off the clothes where they need to be, in the rooms they need to be. So that's all ready to go. But today I wanted to talk to you all about the idea of cotton for decor, especially as a Black American or African American. How do I feel about the idea of cotton as decor? Do I feel like this is disrespectful? Do I feel like it's too painful? Do I feel like I'm kind of putting it up on like a high pedestal, like it's something to be proud of? And the answer is it's an individual thing. Hey, Belinda, how are you? Thank you. It's an individual thing, but let me just tell you what it did for me. The moment I saw cotton, okay, let's go back. A lot of us did not grow up in the South. So, of course, we have to be sensitive because even though we as black folks have been affected by racism, white supremacy, so have can you imagine our brothers and sisters that stayed in the South after so-called the Emancipation Proclamation? So I understand that you looking at cotton may give you a different feeling than me. For me, cotton was this thing that, yes, enslaved our people. Cotton was this thing that was a commodity or allowed people, it wasn't this commodity. Cotton was king, and everybody wanted it. And growing up, you hear about these enslavement Holocaust stories or slavery stories, and you hear about how much they picked cotton, how much they picked cotton. And you know what you realize as a New York kid growing up? That I never saw cotton in my life. Like, even though I was probably wearing a cotton shirt or cotton underwear, maybe even a cotton pair of pants or a blouse, I never touched cotton. I never saw cotton. Do you understand, y'all? I didn't even realize when I was younger and even not that long ago that cotton was a plant that would grow if black folks picked it or not, if white folks made black people pick it or not. It's a plant that grows. Cotton, just like that, your favorite cotton roll or your cotton, cotton dress or your cotton pajamas, and it feels so good against your skin. This feels amazing. To actually, it's also kind of mind-boggling, mind-transforming for me to think about that. This fluffy stuff, this cotton that is a plant that grows from these stems, that grow from these branches, is alive, first of all. So it's alive as those roses, as the plants in the corner, it's alive. and you can touch it, and eventually this cotton wood could have become something that you're wearing. So you're wearing it every single day. But to see it in this form for me, so besides the fact that I think it's absolutely stunning, I think it's beautiful. It's real. It's so real. Everything ain't perfect. Some come out of how so for those that have never actually saw cotton, here it is. The cotton comes out of here, so you can see how difficult this must have been for our ancestors who had to pull this out and not leave too much behind. I'm sure none. So the second part is besides the beauty, the softness, I just think that the whole artistic thing, it does remind me of the work that they did. That it was not that long ago that we were enslaved in this country, in America, and throughout the world. And that this was one of the reasons why. So when I look at this, it makes me pay homage to the ancestors that did the work, but it also helps me recognize that even this grows, and this is a plant, and it's connected to a terrible past, but it's a past that we must remember. So I think it's beautiful. I think it's a great centerpiece. Yes, I know that's right. I know. Mine did too. Mine picked tobacco. Growing up in North Carolina, mine picked tobacco. So yeah. So another thing I did is I gave her the story. I mean, the story is that this is for Black folks. This is one of our stories. This is a wonderful conversation starter. People to get to know you, and a chance for you to maybe give a little history for folks that didn't know. Maybe are younger. Some of us have grandchildren or even children that don't actually know what enslaved Africans that had to pick cotton went through, and maybe never saw cotton either. And show them the cotton. So being in the South, it's easy to get cotton. And so we bought this at the farmer's market. We actually bought several, well, we bought about three bunches. So we bought this from the farmer's market, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It lasts forever for life. We paid $11 or $7 because I think it went on sale. I can't remember. It wasn't much. I think it was $7 or $11 for the entire bunch. It was where he was at the flea market during the Christmas holiday. So I'm assuming that that's his thing. But what we did also is, you see the beautiful clear glass vase. We took the dirt. So you see that red dirt in there? That's actually the dirt from our land. So for us buying land in North Carolina or in the South period, we felt like we was making a wrong right. That by returning back, we may possibly return back to some land that our ancestors may have slaved on. So it's a story for me, and I ground it. So yeah, I love it. I love the height that it gives the table. So everything's not glass vase that we got from probably Marshalls in California, more cotton. They all lay different. It's a beautiful bouquet, and that's our cotton. So I love that. So I always think like looking, this is African, and then that the cotton is the American experience. So the true African American. So I love that. So that's one, too. Let me show you the other one. This is the other cotton right here. And you see how, because this one's in a different vase, we actually used a pitcher that you can buy at Marshalls or any one of those places. And it has the red dirt again. And did you notice the one in the other room the bedroom had the red dirt? So this is all from the land, and this is the beautiful cotton. And then we have cotton when you walk in the door, and it's all decor. I think it's just absolutely beautiful. It brings in that white. It's just natural. It's real. And then I bought that vase at a consignment store in a place called Burlington in North Carolina. And then I think I bought some smaller bouquets, and the light in here is not going to be that great. So I'm sorry, y'all. So we in the dark. But just that smaller bouquet. So that's I put it in a mason jar. I feel that kind of country southern feel. And then, oh yeah, I know what the last one is. The last one is actually, I'll show you, it's in a vase as well, a mason jar with the red dirt from the land as well as the cotton. So here that is. And then I just have cotton, like when it falls, I'll just put it around places. Here's some cotton. I'm gonna redo this whole table. This table is gonna have a new look, but that's cotton in those cups. So this is my project today. So anyway, that is why I do cotton decor. Yeah, so you could use it like you would do flowers. You can put them in a corner as an entryway. You can use it for a pop of color. You can use it as a centerpiece on your table. You can use it in so many ways, and it lasts forever. And it's endless what you can do. Like some of the creative, artistic things I think about. So, like I said, I know that our past was painful, but not talking about it, not looking at it, not seeing it, I don't know if it's been helping me to move through. You know, when I come into my own home, I'll tell you something. When I first met my husband, you know, a lot of this stuff is his, the big pieces, the African mask, all of the artwork, right? Those pieces there, this is stuff that he collected for years. And so when I first met him and I walked into his home, these masks, I was just like, oh my God. Like at first I thought, oh my God, this is a lot. But then something happened, y'all. You start feeling good about yourself. You start having a whole nother conversation. You feel more beautiful. You know who you are. You feel stronger, smarter. You feel affirmed. And it was his way of balancing or expressing, allowing his home to express the African, but also the American, the Black American, our struggle and our story. And I think it was powerful. So that's why I do it. I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, so let's see. Let's see who we got here. Okay, y'all, good afternoon. Love it. We must face our past. Yes, Belinda, past. Yes, I got it. Aaron says, my grandmother picked cotton when she was a girl. Sat at my grandfather's knee and learned about it. Wow. My grandfather picked tobacco. Okay, mine too. Yeah, he told me his grandmother picked cotton. I actually found out through family lore I'm a Gullah Geechee. They used to call my grandfather a Guinea man. I confirmed through DNA that the stories were spot on. Isn't that beautiful? I've been enjoying your journey into family background. I'm on the same journey. I'm 7 years in now. You go ahead, Queen. Thank you for sharing that. It makes I'm not gonna quit. I love it. Me too, Aaron, says Belinda. Belinda, I found out in 1996. Uh, Yes. Oh, this is wonderful. Yeah, my husband is in love with art. Oh my God, we have so much beautiful art and more for you to see. We're Robinsons. Okay, good. You want to buy a walking stick from my husband? You know what? I'll actually let him know. And go to my website or go to you can email me at blackberrybeauty@gmail.com and we'll work that out. Okay. So I love how you guys build a decor going upwards. It makes your room look larger and tall. That's absolutely true. I love those cotton flowers. I'm so glad, Hannah. Good. So yes, ladies, so I'm coming to you right now. I'm gonna go back and do some wonderful meditation and just relax. But I wanted to show you that I think that decorating with cotton is a beautiful way to bring in that Afrocentric style. Love you, ladies. This is Lisa Marie Goodson of the Afrocentric Home Decor and Style Channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace and blessings.